3 levels of high octane, intense, and a lot of competitive edge, because professional chefs, amateur chefs, and social media stars like Paul Ainsworth are in the kitchen for the first time all together. It's crazy.
Duking it out.
What? You have a TikTok, don't you?
No, I don't.
I thought you had that.
Listen, because I'm in the kitchen, I'm not messing around dancing.
TikTok, yeah.
That is how he dances on TikTok.
I thought you had 35 million followers later. So, first of its kind, with all that incredible talent, into one kitchen, a lift coming down live, grabbing ingredients, cooking on the spot, which is something that we do, but not under that amount of pressure.
They start basically like here at the lift door, and then we shout, and then they go to the platform, and they've got to grab as much as they can, trying to get a protein, but you know, 30 seconds, there's so much happening, and then they get back to their bench and they've got to figure out that dish.
Absolutely.
3 teams, 3 mentors, and we've each got prolific talent under our guidance. Top kitchen is just luxurious, so you've got the best grab. Middle kitchen here, it's not so good. Then we get down to the basement, it's dingy. Canned sweet corn, squashed tomatoes, and the odd box of cornflakes. I think this one is the unique draw of talent. There's no other competition, anywhere on the planet that's got amateurs against pros with a social media influence, which has been a huge draw in the culinary world, especially over the pandemic and how big they've become. So, and also when you have to cook on the spot, that says a lot about your creativity. That goes a long way, because there's no formality. It's sort of grab and cook, and then you've got the pressure to get the dish onto the platform within 40 minutes, and that's not easy.
100%, plating it beautifully with intention, conceptualize, execute, and grab ingredients. It's not easy.
Yeah, I think for me, it's what they're working towards. Yes, like the money prize is like phenomenal, like nothing that's ever been seen before, but it's the year's mentorship. It's like 4 months with all of Gordon's team, 4 months with Nyesha's team, 4 months with my team afterwards, because it's about what happens to them afterwards, and and that they can go on to have their own restaurant, their own cafe, their own street food business. It's how tough it is like
that's
unbelievable.
And every week's different. We got some amazing guests joining us for some inspiration, phenomenal chefs, and so it lifts it up a notch. But we're competitive because we've got 3 amazing teams, and we don't like losing.
I would say, we're all looking for different things, but ultimately someone who's coachable, right? Who's willing to listen and learn and put in the work, and someone who's got heart and soul, right? I think really the beauty in this competition along the journey is you get a wealth of knowledge, of critical feedback in the moment, as well as the mentorship.
Yeah, let's not forget there's tough times out there currently. So we had a challenge recently where you're cooking on a budget of £2.50, and that's where you really get to see the skill of a domestic chef. Professional chefs out there leave because they can't compete with £2.50, and it's a fascinating competition when you've got little ingredients, little money, but you create something wonderful.
Yeah. I'm mentoring a guy. He's 50 years old. He's got his own business in the corporate world, and he wants to try and win this competition so he can make cooking a full-time job. He wants so badly to have his own little restaurant.
I didn't think there was anyone left in your team. Is he still with
This
you?
was
No, not spoilers. No, it's a competition. There's no spoilers. I thought your team had gone.
No. I've still got one in the game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Is that right?
La 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 la.
We spend so much time in the basement trying to get out, because after we get to halfway, we amalgamate as 3 incredible judges, and we get behind all of them. So then you start off in the basement, and the idea is to get yourself to the very top. Once you're at the top, you've got to stay there. So
yes.
Are you still in the basement tonight?
Yeah, no, I think I've been to the top once. Yeah, but he's very demanding. He demands he must be at the top.
No, I don't demand. I mentor. And
Yeah.
my team are prolific, and that's why they stay at the top with niche.
One ingredient we can maybe use that would lift up a dish. What's your
Wow.
top secret ingredient?
That's a great question. I would go chickpeas. Whether you dust them in paprika and lightly fry them, whether you puree them and make the most amazing hummus, what would you say?
I would say don't underestimate acid, right? That really brings levity to a dish.
Acid's a drug here.
I know.
Acid's a drug here. In Scotland, they take acid for breakfast. Acid, you need lemons.
You know,
and-
lemons,
there you go.
vinegar,
Shit.
things like that.
Citrus.
Citrus, yes.
Yeah,
It's next level chef,
exactly.
not Breaking Bad. Jesus Christ almighty. They're going to kill you. You stop some acid on your head. Sorry, acid's a bit different in Glasgow, right? Yeah, especially, right? Yeah, anyway. Do you do acid in Cornwall?
I have no idea what you're talking about. no, we do Cornish pasties.
What would you recommend as
For
an
me,
ingredient we can
yeah,
add?
I mean, look, you don't know what you're going to get, so my advice for you is seasoning, taste, and as Nyesha says, acidity. Like, just make sure it tastes nice.
Acid!
Yeah, like, and you know what? Some acid would be good. In fact, acid is what he needs to calm down.
You're all very competitive.
Yes.
Who would win out of the three of you?
Oh, come on.
In a what?
In a what?
Cooking competition. We're the three.
Oh, hands down.
If we had 40 minutes, I'd give Paul a 30-minute head start. Nyesha's from a 3-star Michelin background. Paul's still in his 1-star, and we've been dangling the stars down the list to help him. Okay,
Do you know, for me, honestly, Alex, like, he's been out of the game so long, all right?
That's not true.
Obviously in
That's not
Hollywood,
true.
like,
That's not true.
I wouldn't even enter it because it's not fair.
Have you ever been to
We
Scotland?
had a cook-off. You should have seen him cooking mince yesterday.
Have you we cooked with mince on 250 challenge. He starts grating chocolate over his mince.
No, intimate chili con carne, Alex. I
Did
tell
you-
you.
did
You
you-
heard about that?
Chocolate buttons.
Dark. No, not chocolate. Like,
Oh my God.
dark chocolate. Beautiful.
Did you grate chocolate over your baked potato with
I
mince?
did not. No, it was in my chili. In my chili.
Chocolate in your chili.
Alex,
What
you
the
see,
fuck
this
has
is called
happened to
a
this guy?
hammering it. His mince was
Too
grey.
much Cornish air. Too much Cornish air.
Too much time in LA. Too much time in LA.
Right.
My favorite Scottish dish is Colin skew. Not a fan.
No.
You can't do that, Alex. That's subjective. Paul?
Scottish dish.
He's lost it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the obvious, but I do really genuinely love neeps and tatties and haggis. I think it's especially with lots of cracked black pepper. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. Neeps and tatties.
Take me to Burns Night with an amazing haggis. Growing up with that, we touch a whiskey in there. I was always quite curious at the age of 10, celebrating Burns Night with Mum and Dad. We fell asleep quite early, about 6:30 at night. That's because we found out there was doused with whiskey prior to eating it. So yeah, haggis with no whiskey. This show's compelling. We've got some Scottish competitors who are incredibly talented, and it's game changing.
Honestly, there's something for everyone. There's storylines to follow with the chefs, and there's competitive edge amongst everyone, and there's creativity. I think there's really lots of levels for people to watch figuratively and absolutely.
The falls of the basement.
Yeah, I think that it's full of cooking tips. It's got so much energy. It really does have something for everyone.